Well, welcome to the Cafe. I am Elizabeth, and it is a joy, it is a pleasure to be here today. Spring has sprung in my part of the country. I live in Vegas, and I am looking at all of the people who all my neighbors who are gardening and planting their seeds. And what was led to share today was what's growing in your garden. Veggies, dream, or chaos. I want to make sure you know that you have the power to choose what you bring into your life. Just like with as a gardener, you choose to select particular seeds that you're planting. Be you want to see flowers in your garden, or you want to have cucumbers or onions or greens, you get to choose what kind of seeds that you put into your garden. Well, in your physical garden, well, you can do the same thing with your mental, emotional, and spiritual garden. You have the power to choose what you will see, what harvest you are planning on um, reaping or harvesting uh, this year. Just like with your physical garden, you have to, before anything can grow, you have to first till the soil. That means you have to be receptive and have the soil be receptive to the seeds that you're putting in. The same thing with your mental and your emotional gardens. You have to decide first. It's on you to choose what you want. And then also, just like with our physical gardens, you need to make sure that you are weeding it and giving it the nourishment it needs. Like, one of the best ways to choose for your both emotional and mental garden is to have a notebook where you write down. I noticed with some of my neighbors, they just threw seeds onto the soil. Others were very intentional in their planning, and they picked a row. They labeled the row as to what type of plants or seeds that they are looking to grow this year. Well, the same thing is with your mental and emotional garden. You need to decide, and instead of just throwing it out there and forgetting it, write it down so you know specifically what you are planning or you would desire to grow this year. Then, just like with your physical garden, make sure that you are pulling the weeds and you are focusing on um, what you want opposed to what you don't want. You're not spending the time looking at your neighbor's garden and there's no seeds in your garden, and you're telling them what a beautiful garden they have, and wishing that you had the same. Well, it's the same thing your um, with your dreams. You have to decide yourself. Stop focusing on the outside. Stop comparing yourself as to what success is, what wealth is, what love is. You have to go within to and decide for yourself what your definition is, and then write it down. It helps to keep you focused. I noticed that in the garden, many people not only wrote on the stick to indicate what type of seeds they placed in this particular row, they also put a picture uh, um, on that little stake so that they could visualize and know when it came up if it was a plant or a weed. That is the same thing with our mental and our emotional garden. When we have written it down and we know what we're headed for, we can see how far we're off. We can see if it's a weed. Nope, 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 nope. This is not what I asked for. Or if you can do the happy dance because it is, and then always be receptive and open to help, to always ask for. Every morning I try my best to remember to ask my guides to ask them to connect me with the people, places, thoughts, feelings, and ideas that will help me to manifest those things which I desire. So, my friends, my dear, I ask you, what's growing in your garden? Is it veggies? Is it dream? Or if it's chaos? You have the power to choose. You have the power to weed out those things in your life that you do not want by changing and focusing your attention on what you do want. And a way to be very clear about what you do want is to write it down so that it won't just fly through, but you have it centered. So each and every day, you know, this is what I wish to see in my life. And take back your power and stop allowing television to tell you a vision of how you should live your life. So I hope that you are planting some fabulous seeds in your life. I know I am. And remember, just like with seeds, you cannot make it go any faster than it is it will grow. So you have to have faith. You have to keep watering. You have to keep weeding. You have to keep allowing the sun to shine on that you want. And for sure, it will grow. So I'm Elizabeth, and I'm here with my posse, and as always, it is our goal, it is our intention to help you remember how powerful you are and to share tips and strategies that will help you to deliberately create the life of your dreams. And when you are making ripples because you are happy, all those around you will be awesome. So may light, love, and plenty of laughter accompany you on the path. Before I finish, it's telling me I'm hearing, and if you need to water your dreams, throw on some good music that raises your vibration and causes you to dance. So may you have a blessed one. I am Elizabeth. Be blessed.